Trainer Bill Hogan Jr. is stabled here at Parks and is a fixture on the East Coast.
I grew up in Middletown, New Jersey, and managed to stay there my whole life, basically. I mean, I left for some jaunts here and there, but basically I went to college in Long Branch and lived there and brought my kids up there.
Like many in horse racing, when Bill Hogan Jr. was younger, he loved going to the races.
I actually had I guess I was a fan back in the 70s. And friends and I used to go to Monmouth Park religiously, you know, and in those days you got dressed up and you went to the track, you know, and there'd be a bunch of us would go, and whoever won that day wound up buying dinner that night.
Hogan and his family had a love for horses.
My daughter, as she grew up, she'd take care of the horses and ride them after school. When she went to college, everybody said to her, "What are you going to do in college?" And you know, after college, she said, "Ride horses," and she still does, but she'd rather jump fences than go fast.
Trainer Bill Hogan Jr. started working away from the racetrack, but remained involved as an owner.
I was a general manager for a car dealership. I guess that was probably the only way I could afford to be in the horse business. But you know, it's everything kind of ended in the car business after a while, and I had a friend that helped me become an assistant trainer, and then I took out my own trainer's license 8 years ago.
How does it compare, being an owner versus a trainer?
There are a lot of similarities. Of course, now it's all me. It's, you know, I'm the one that's got to figure out how to make payroll every week, and I got to depend on my help to do the right thing. And so far, knock on wood, I've had some really good help, and because of them, they've become partners with me and friends of mine, and you know, we've all gone through this together.
Getting into training, Bill Hogan Jr. needed mentors.
Started out with Ed Barney. Ed Barney was an old pony guy at Monmouth Park. He had a few horses of his own. And basically, he taught me, you know, hay, oats, and water. That was really that's all he ever did. I'm learning every day. There's no doubt about it. The horses can't tell you when there's something going on. So we're always guessing. We're always trying to figure out, you know, is it this, is it that? What is it?
Trainer Bill Hogan Jr. works hard every day and has his family's support.
My wife, my wife looks at it sometimes and says, "Why?" And it's probably the same times I say why. But you know, she supports me on it, and they all do. My younger daughter, who's up in Massachusetts, she was always the one that would call me up after a race and say, "What happened? How come he did this or did that?" I said all along, if I can't have fun doing this, then I don't want to do it. I might as well get rid of the horses and go buy a boat. Maybe it would cost me less. And we all know boats aren't cheap. So no, I do enjoy it, and I tell friends and people that say, you're gonna lose a lot of money on horses. Yeah, but I can pet my investments. I mean, what else are you gonna, you know, where else can you do that?
What's the future look like for Hogan and his stable?
There's always things to shoot for. We do, you know, I'd love to, you know, win a stake. I mean, we ran a stake race a couple of weeks ago, and you know, we came in fourth. It would have been nice to place on that one, but you know, we'll try again. We're going to keep trying.
Any advice for anyone wanting to become a trainer?
Get involved with somebody that really knows what they're doing and can teach you a little bit. Because no matter what you think you're coming into this knowing, you don't know it, and you'll find out real fast. But the more you can, you know, the more you can learn, the more you can be involved. You know, I tell people all the time, go to work for a trainer. You know, whether you can work for me or you go to work for somebody else, and try to learn as much as you can.